Have you ever wondered who does the Kardashians or James Charles nails? Years ago, I had the pleasure to meet the celebrity nail artist, Chaun Legend. He is the sweetest guy. Chaun is with me today, remotely. He's inspired me to try my hand at Graffiti Nails. Chaun answers your questions, and we get a peek at his celeb life. Let's get started. It's so important to start with a good set of sculptured nails. While I create this set throughout this video, we'll chill with Chaun. Chaun, how are you? It's so nice to see you again.
Hey, Suzie, what's up?
You look so relaxed. You've got finally a day off. It has taken us months to hook up this appointment together so we can chat.
I know.
But which leads me to the first question is, what are you doing in a day? I know you're a busy guy. You're a celebrity artist, so you're obviously in high demand. What does your day look like? Tell me, why can't I get a hold of you?
Man, well, first of all, I just want to say thank you for being so flexible with your schedule, my schedule, because my schedule is all over the place. I know, like you said, we have been trying to schedule this for months, and we're finally here. But man, every time we're scheduling something else always comes up.
I know.
So as soon as I get up, I get a call from my agent, Chaun, like, I need you to do this, I need you to do that. Are you free this day? Are you free this time? And I'm like, okay, whatever, and I just go. So that's just my typical day.
And when you go, where are you going, sweetie? Where do you go?
You know, in my car, driving to my clients' houses.
Yep.
It could be from Calabasas. It could be like, you know, if we're doing a photo shoot, it'd be at a studio, all the way in, could be Hollywood, could be Studio City. It varies. Culver City, all over the place.
So Chaun, I'm going to ask you, who are those celebrity clients' nails that you're doing?
Okay, so I've worked on Kylie, Khloe Kardashian, Cardi B, Christina Aguilera, Jessica Simpson, Ariana Grande, Zendaya, Shay Mitchell, and Madonna. Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow. You know, I saw that Instagram and yeah, I was like, wow.
I was like, I'm still wow.
I'm so excited for you. I'm proud of you as a fellow nail technician.
Oh, thank you so much.
And do you sometimes not, like nail technicians, and if you've ever worked a regular nail salon, you know the clients that you're coming to in the morning, you know your 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Would you say then this is very different? You do not know what you're going to wake up to the next day? Is it very different and you sort of like an on-call situation?
Okay, so yes and no. Because schedules can change just like that.
Yeah.
Like I could be scheduled for like a client at 12 o'clock and I show up there at 11:50, 11:45, and they're like, she's actually running a little behind. Can you come back at 2 o'clock? So I'm like, okay, 2 o'clock it is.
Yeah.
So like, it just varies.
So it's really tough
Day
for
by
you
day.
because you really, like you said, it's hard for us to schedule this, but scheduling anything else after that would be very difficult then.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So then would they pay you very well
most
and
clients-
compensate you for that?
Oh yeah, definitely. Everything's all compensated.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah, no, that's great. They
Yeah.
pay you for that time because they're commanding your attention and having you all day. Well, that's really cool. Well, I put a message out to my Instagram and I asked if you had a chance to ask the Kardashians' nail technician a few questions, what would you ask? And here's some of the things they were asking. So somebody said, or a bunch of people said, do you decide on the design or do they collaborate this design with you? How do you come to that?
So it's half and half. Sometimes, like if they're doing it for a specific photo shoot, they're really strict on the nail colors.
Right.
So it's usually like nudes or creams or like a blush color, something that's not too bold and like poppy that just like draws too much attention to it.
It's blending with an outfit or an atmosphere of what they're trying to create for the photo shoot. So that makes sense.
Yes. And then like if let's say if it's for personal, like if I'm doing let's say like musicians, like they're usually more like give me creative like range. So yeah, like I'll give you an example, like Cardi B, she likes to match her nails with her purse.
Yeah.
So whenever she gets a new bag, new purse or whatever, she'll be like, okay, I want to do this to match this bag. And I was like, okay, got you.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, here's another question. Well, I think we answered that. Are you on call for them? And how often, like for one artist, would you do their nails? Like, do they get them done once a week? I mean, most nail salon clients are like once a month or 3 or 4 weeks. But when you are going to Cardi B or Kardashian, how often are you doing their nails?
Yeah, so Chloe gets it done once a week. Kylie sometimes twice a week, 3 times a week, depending whatever they got going on. Like if they're really like into their nails. Like they're really detailed about their down to the nails. So yeah, depending on the photo shoots, like the last photo shoot we did, I think it was like for the her Grinch collection.
Okay, yeah.
She had green nails just to kind of like match everything. Like she wanted everything green, so we did green nails just for that day, and then the next day we took it off and did another color.
That is so interesting. Now, do you go to them or do they come to you? Now, when you're doing a photo shoot, of course, you would go to the location. But if it's just, you know, she just wants them done for a party, her own personal, do you come to their place or do they come to you?
Usually I just go to their house. They have like a whole glam room set up, so it's pretty comfortable there. The lighting
so you must
is good.
have a big piece of luggage that you take with you with all your nail products in it. Yeah, you would have to do that.
Yeah.
Wow. So Chaun, with your busy schedule, how many clients would you be able to do in a day?
So I would probably max out. Usually I max out like three clients. That's it. Like I can't
you're
do
also
any more than 3
traveling,
clients.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. Adding on the traveling time, and then like I would say I usually give each appointment at least 2 hours, and then it's an hour to get to them, and then an hour to travel, like to get to my next destination. So I would say like 4 hours with each client, including the travel time.
So during those appointments, what do you have in your kit? I imagine it's huge. I guess it's easier to say what don't you have in your kit, but what do you take with you?
I wish I could carry pretty much the whole damn salon. So I have almost every single color. Like the back of my trunk is nothing but it's like a nail salon. Every time somebody comes in my car, they're like, "Ooh, it smells like a nail salon in here." I'm like, "Yeah," because I got everything in the nail salon in my car. So what I carry in my kit, I definitely have to have my e-file drill for sure. That's super important. Number one, my LED UV lamp, gel lamp, the acrylic monomer, the powders. What else? Like my files, my buffers, all my bits, top coat.
The biggest problem for me, I would think, would be the color. Because I have, like in my salon, we must have like thousands of colors between nail polish and gel polish. So, and you know what? It's when a client, no matter who the client is, when it comes down to their choice being the color that they're going to pick, they're so particular on occasion, and finding that right color is so important. So that for me would probably be the biggest stress, is taking all the colors with me.
Oh yeah, so tell me about it. So usually, if they don't know what color, sometimes they'll tell you in advance, like, okay, I'm feeling like a red vibe today, so I'll bring all my reds. And then sometimes they don't know what they want, so I just like I'll have all the gel color polishes like in my car, and then I'll just bring them out the swatches. And then usually I'll have an assistant with me, like say if they pick a color that I don't have with me currently, like I'll tell my assistant, like, okay, can you go grab it from the car? So she'll just go grab it from the car. So I have every color like just stored in my car.
Most clients, when they come in, they show us the phone of something that they found that they like. Do your clients do that too?
Yeah.
They do.
Mm-hmm.
So it's funny because sometimes they'll have an idea and when they come in, they'll show you and then you'll talk a little or they'll see somebody else. And of course, you wouldn't have that in the situation, but they'll see something else and they'll change their mind. So does that happen often or do they usually stick with what they tell you to bring?
For the most part, they'll stick with whatever they're, in the mood
Well, I guess
for.
if they're changing them 2 or 3 times a week, why not just stay with it? Because you're gonna change it in a couple days.
Yeah. Even if they pick a color that they don't like, okay, I'm gonna see you next week anyway. So
that's interesting.
Yeah,
that's cool. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you some more viewer questions, and let me see. We caught the location part. How long is one appointment?
Oh, one appointment could be from 30 minutes to 7-8 hours.
I guess it just depends on what they want on their nails, like anything. Are you taking the previous nails off? Yeah.
On what they're wanting.
That makes perfect sense. Like any client, right?
Go ahead. So it could be let's say if they're doing a again, back to the photo shoots, and they have such a time crunch. Sometimes they'll give me okay, I'm sorry, but I have only 30 minutes. Do the best you can do, and 30 minutes. Sometimes that's all I get. So I just have to do what I can in 30 minutes. And then for the more intricate, if I'm hand painting art on their nails and it's super, super long. Yeah, there are times where I've spent the whole day with them.
That's really cool. I mean, as a nail technician, we're put on a schedule and you got to do your job in 30 minutes or 60 minutes, whatever time you've allotted. But those pictures don't go in a photo shoot and stay in there forever. It's not, plastered everywhere for everybody to see. So the pressure is really on you then because you're trying to do really good work in a really different amount of time. Okay, for a nail technician, clients often open up and discuss their personal things in their life. And I'm not asking you to, the questions, some people were asking some very details and personal details. I'm not going to ask you that for, private, confidential, and respect to your clients. But do they get personal with their information or do they keep it pretty professional or do they sort of tell you stuff in their personal life? Because clients do.
Guys, oh boy.
And you don't have to say what they say. Just
I hear all kinds of stuff.
So that means they trust you and
sometimes
sure.
They can get real personal. And I'm like, oh, okay.
It's cool. You're on the inside scoop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we will say no more in respect to the client. What is your favorite nail design? And what is the Kardashians in particular? What's their favorite nail designs? And I'm sure that changes.
Oh yeah, every 3 seconds it changes.
That'll be hard to answer. So then what is your favorite?
So my favorite, I love all the ombres. I love mixing just colors together and then making it blend. And graffiti art. Graffiti art is I just love graffiti art.
Yeah, you're really into that. They look really cool. And I've noticed the very tubular nail, the really long and square. I don't know if they're doing that right now. Like you say, they change every 3 seconds. But I did notice that they went from a stiletto point, which was one of my favorites, to a very tube square, kind of really chopped off, quite long nail. But that's great because you've got so much nail estate right there to paint all your, graffiti art on there. You need that nail estate, don't you?
Oh yeah, the long tube. Your description, chopped off like it's a wood, like a piece of wood. The longer it is, the more that I can put on there. Bigger the canvas. Yeah, I can get real creative with it.
It must be a really satisfying feeling. It always is, even just a nail technician in my little salon in my little area of town. But when the client posts your work in their car or even just walking down the street after they've been to the nail salon, it's really fun to see that post on Instagram or wherever they put it, to see that your work on there. It's really satisfying to see that. It must be for you too, to see someone like them post it.
Yes,
yeah,
I love it.
Exciting.
Anybody, whoever's nails I've done, and then they're doing a little video of their nails or, posting on their car, anything. I just love seeing it.
Yeah, that's very rewarding.
Oh yeah, so that just tells me they love it. So when they're taking pictures like that and posting and stuff, it tells me that they love it, which makes me love it even more. So
yeah, and I think what's cool about that is it really just comes down to forget all the popularity and all that. It just comes down to you and your client that you've done a job that they really like and they're proud to show everybody. That's really cool.
Yes.
You've really given us an inside scoop on what it's like to be a Kardashian nail technician. If you were to have to choose one favorite nail tool out of all the things that you use, what would be your favorite?
Favorite nail tool? I would say my e-file.
Couldn't live without that.
I know my appointments would be twice as long without my e-file. So.
Yeah. It really saves you a lot of time and it's a lot easier in your hands. Yeah. And your favorite nail advice?
Favorite nail advice? Damn. Let me think about this one, Suzie. Favorite nail advice? Never be late. Always be on time. Stay professional. And what else could I give that people could really use that helped me? As far as like getting better at nails, just keep at it. Just don't ever stop. Don't ever quit. Just keep at it. So
yeah, it really is the experience of doing it over and over. And if anybody wanted to pursue becoming a celebrity nail artist such as yourself, what is an advice on that road? Networking is really good. Most of my clients I got off of social media as well. So putting out good content on your Instagram or social media or TikTok or whatever was a great way for me to get clients, like build my portfolio and my clientele up. So social media is a really, really important tool. And I must say, what caught my eye for you the most was we first met each other at the BEA down in California about a year ago. And I remember seeing you across the room, and of course, with social media, I knew who you were. And then I remember you saw me from across the room. We kind of just went, you, and we kind of, hey. But it's really cool to see that. But the most important thing about you is your work is so delicate and it's so beautiful. That's what caught my eye. And then it led to, who is this? And then I saw what you do, and obviously deservedly so. So it's really great to see great master techs like that get attention for their work, and deservedly. It's beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Suzie. Appreciate that.
Thank you so much for spending some time and finally getting together so we could chat about nails and your life as a celebrity nail tech. I really appreciate it. And hopefully I get to see you again soon at the trade shows again.
Yeah, I know. Thank you so much. I appreciate this also. And I hope to help, a little bit. To give you guys a glimpse of, the day in the life of what I go through every single day. So,
yeah, it's pretty interesting, pretty cool. Thank you for letting me take a peek and asking you lots of great questions. And we'll see you again. Thank you so much, Chaun.
All right, bye. Thank you, guys.
I want to thank everybody on Instagram for sending me those great questions that I could ask Chaun. Let's check out the reveal shots. I'm just going to slap a top coat on. Take a look. For my first try on graffiti, it's really not too bad.
You look great.
Yeah, it's actually quite cute. Now, if you want to travel back in time with me while I create these beauties.